Sir, please start.
So, good evening, friends. I welcome you all in this Go Digital series of CA Vichar Manch. We have our trainer today, CA Shri Vaibhav Jain ji. Vaibhav ji has a rich experience in working from home and utilization of technology in administration and practicing of chartered accountancy profession. So we have a very short duration meeting of 1 hour today. We have our coordinator of the program, CA Varun Gupta ji, with us. He is also a very technical savvy person. So without taking much of the time, I will request Vaibhav ji to give us tips and give us how should we people, those who have not learned technology as our part of curriculum, can work from home, can maximum do use of technology in our daily practice routine, and how to set up our office administration and our office online setup through various utilities available online. So thank you very much, Vaibhav ji, for giving us this concept and agreeing to be educating us on this platform. So I request वैभव जी का ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन आप लोगों को किसी को भी देने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो आई एम स्किपिंग दैट पार्ट. So I straight forward request Bhavev Jain ji to please initiate his discussion.
Thank you so much, sir. I think good evening, everybody, and thank you for nice words, Manmohan sir. I think I am always available for orders of your personal orders as well as CA Vichar Manch orders. So I think time देने वाली कोई बात नहीं है. Whatever orders I receive, I will follow as far as time is concerned. Now, I think before I start talking of the topic, can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
I think Vineet needs to enable my screen sharing.
Vineet is not here.
Sorry, Varun Gupta ji.
Varun ji, do you have Vaibhav ji's screen?
Just a second.
You
आप ऑथराइज करेंगे तभी मैं कर पाऊंगा.
जी
नहीं
हो गया. Now it is authorized. Yeah. So I think my screen should be visible to all the participants now. So I think as we understand that work from home is not something which is going to remain distant from all of us. And I'll say this is not only work from home, even work from office per se, because effectively we are all habitual of going to the client place and conducting an audit or a review engagement, or even for complex tax matters, we either visit them or they visit us, and we sit together and find out solutions after examining documents. That has been the methodology with which all of us have been working for years. But the issue is that now no visitor is welcome. In a country where Atithi Devo Bhava has been the symbol, now visitor is not welcome. So you avoid, even if you have resumed your workplace, you avoid unnecessary visitors to your office. Even when you have resumed workplace, you avoid visiting clients unless and until it is unavoidable. So effectively, everybody wants to sit in a closed environment, either at home or sometimes in a closed in an office environment where only specific staff members, about whose sanitization, about whose hygiene, and about whose travel precautions you can be sure of, because anybody who is coming near you could bring the risk to you. I think that is where, in that backdrop, we are working towards transforming our practice. Now, when we work on transformation of CA practice, technology has to play a very, very vital role. And the role of technology, I'll not say that this is only COVID-19 which brought this technology. This technology has been there all around. I'll say we are accountants and we are today discussing technology, but I am very sure that all of you will agree that without technology we do not have future. we might have been forced to do this discussion today because of the limitations to our operations which have been put by COVID-19. But effectively, see, let us understand what are the basics of our problem. Where are we? Most SME firms, that is all of us, we rely on decentralized storage. That means some data is lying in some desktop, some data is lying in some desktop, or sometimes we create a desktop server in office. The machine is a normal desktop, but we call that machine a server. And we try and create backup in that machine. But once that machine's hard disk, because the hard disk is only 500 GB or 1 TB, once that hard disk gets filled, we create server 2, we create server 3, and in a matter of some time, we have got decentralized storage. That means whatever backup we have, then how do we take backup currently? Most of us take backups in external hard disk drives, and that backup is not a very regular backup. That means backup will normally happen once in 2 months, 3 months, in some cases once in 6 months. And then also, even after taking backup, we are not regularly checking the health of our backup. I took a backup 3 months ago, and if my hard disk has been mishandled, or it has been broken, or it has fallen, or it has been lost, I may or may not be keeping full track. Our desktops are shared, and laptops are also there with limited staff. What is the result? Whenever there is a staff member who leaves our organization, we lose data. Previous year files, सर पिछले ऑडिट की फाइल का क्या हुआ? अरे सर वो तो पिछली बारी दूसरे आदमी ने करा था, वो तो अब है नहीं. And when you call that person, sometimes that data is available with him. Sometimes he says, सर मैंने तो डिलीट कर दिया था क्योंकि मेरे किसी काम का नहीं था. और या मैंने उस डेस्कटॉप में, सर आपने बोला था जाने के टाइम कि बैकअप ले दो, मैंने उस डेस्कटॉप में रखा था, वहां से ले लो. There is no ownership and you can't tell anybody anything. Now what we should change? Now these changes, most of these changes what we are talking today are not only when we work from home, even when our life gets normal in post-COVID scenario and we get back to normal, even then these changes will be important. The IT infrastructure, that means we need to have laptop for all staff, including trainees. It is a significant capital expenditure, but I think we will have to undertake that capital expenditure. So and internet connectivity of appropriate bandwidth has to be available in office as well as at staff residences. Whether staff is able to afford it on their own, or we replace the current conveyance allowance in the salary by the work from home internet allowance, and we ensure that everybody has got internet live and running at home. We need to have central servers either on a cloud or in office. Of course, I'll be talking on all these aspects in greater detail as we go further. We need to have a IT security administrator. This is very simple. Any person, so it can be any employee who works in your admin team. It can be you yourself, or it can be another responsible person who is available in office. But you need somebody as a IT security administrator. The digital library, that means the books which we normally need, the e-books, the client files and papers. All this needs to be available as a digital library to all of us. That means it has to be there in a centralized folder, and these have to have access controls. So all these folders which we create centrally need to be accessible by our staff. Some folders which are knowledge folders where books are lying can be accessible to all staff. Where there are critical client data and papers, then we can of course create user ID and password for each staff, can have a separate user ID and password, and specific folders can have access to specific staff members. It's obvious that we need to learn work from home. We need access to our data. We need access to all our softwares and our passwords and digital signature certificates. And if we need all this, we need remote access, whether that remote access is of the cloud server or it is of the own office server. But remote access is something which is mandatory, that comes in as soon as we start working from home. But is remote access enough? I'll tell you that there are more problems. And of course, and the later half of my presentation, I'll concentrate on how we can solve all these problems. So challenges which will normally be faced by all the chartered accountants is that in this world which is now driven by e-governance, reduced mobility, all of us will like to limit our movement, not only us, even our client. And the lifestyle has changed already drastically. Maybe some of this changed lifestyle will continue. In earlier time, my office is in Gurgaon, and if there's a client who gives me a call from Noida, and for a simple meeting of 20 minutes, I used to travel for 2 hours, go to Noida, meet him, and then come back home. Now, in the new lifestyle, even in a post-COVID scenario, we'll all become habitual to talking in virtual meetings. The way our training, this kind of a seminar would have normally entailed CHR booking a banquet hall, organizing dinner for all participants, and requesting all of you to travel there. We would have incurred fuel, we would have incurred a lot of extra time apart from the 1 hour session time. And accordingly, in this kind of environment, all of us save time as well as we save our resources. Now, what is client's expectation in relation to clients? See, the client is looking for service, and servicing client in a remote manner to his satisfaction is going to be very critical. Retaining your clients who have been earlier part of your client list is also going to slowly become a challenge, because if we don't automate our procedures, the clients are going to shift to service providers who have automated their procedures. And new client acquisition is going to be a very big challenge, because you can't visit any prospective client, you can't get leads. So getting leads, going to new clients, I think this part is also something which one needs to spend some brainstorming sessions, so that in this reduced mobility environment and changed lifestyle, how do we meet new people, and how do they feel confident enough to consider us as their chartered accountant. And of course, I'm not talking of the limited scenario where client is expecting a lower fees due to their economic situation. Of course, this year a lot of us may receive requests, some of us have already received requests from a lot of clients for reduction in their routine compliance fees, from reduction in retainership fees, as well as reduction in the audit fees, in spite of the previous year being a full year and full revenues and full profitability. But we have already received such requests, and their expectation is that since you are now not traveling, the time requirement in doing the audit goes down, because they are preparing everything, scanning everything, and sending and summarizing everything. So they expect that the fees goes down. When we doing services, we help clients. There are new service areas like business continuity planning, business response plan, corporate strategy, where chartered accountant firms, because all of us as a basic and start with knowledge of business. So we can help our clients in surviving these hard times as well as flourishing in these hard times, because with every challenge you get a new opportunity. The reduced scope or requirement of advisory services can hit us only if we are not looking for new areas or new avenues. There are a lot of new avenues which are available, new services. There are a lot of and if today's session go well, we can even do technology consulting. I do a lot of tech consulting for a lot of my clients. I help them to upgrade their technology, and of course for a fees. Preference for work from home comes from team. While that preference comes, there is resistance to a salary cut, because they have reduced expenditure by not traveling, by reduce the number of hours. So if they are coming to office for 8 hours, they were spending on an average 3 hours on road. So they are now, either they can give 11 hours of work, or alternatively there should be some sacrifice for lesser number of hours. That is a genuine expectation which may come from certain practitioners, and necessarily because the output at home for most staff, for some of us, output has been even better, because there is a limited phone call. Nobody can just walk into your cabin like they used to walk in during the day. So you get more study hours, more work can be delivered. People request you through emails, and you tick every email and you complete all the tasks. So of course, efficiency has increased for lot many of us, but we cannot undermine that for a lot of our staff, either due to internet connectivity issues, or maybe they do not have a as good an environment as the main practicing partner has at their houses to facilitate internet connectivity, proper lighting, proper seating environment for proper office methodology. Lack of adequate infrastructure is also something, and all of us as practitioners, if this is going to continue even in medium term, we need to work out a way how we can support the creation of adequate infrastructure at each of our critical staff members' residences, because that is going to ultimately impact the quality of service which we give to our clients. There's one more challenge which has been daunting for last 2 to 3 years, which some of us are aware, some of us have not taken enough cognizance. But in the growing age of machine intelligence, a lot of processes are getting automated. Digitalization has caused its own disruption. Do-it-yourself approach has also featured with a lot of people, and of course with cost-cutting times, there can be times where clients can say that we will file our own tax returns, or we can file our own at least routine monthly TDS and GST returns. Regulatory reforms, the laws to some extent have got simplified. Clients are quickly adopting to digital technologies, whereas we are lagging behind. So digital in government is also a big change. And there are service providers which have come with very low cost, and they're offering services at those kind of rates because they're getting businesses in bulk. And ultimately, they are cutting on what all of us have been serving. And this process is going to continue. So we'll have to rely on areas which are less repetitive. Now, how will we work? There will be multiple tasks that we need to complete using different technologies. I think all of us need to first unlock our minds and say that we need to relearn the new methodology of working. And it is only when we are ready for something new that we will be able to effectively implement. Now, there are some options which I have included, which one can consider. But I can only say that what I can do in this 1 hour is only tip of the iceberg, is only illustrative. So I've tried my level best to include everything I could think of. You will find thousands of other options which you, when you look. And I have included names of the apps, names of the software service providers in my presentation. They are in no way recommending any particular item, but these are softwares either which I have experience of personally using, or I have experience of others using it, or some of the references have been included from a very good work from home guide which has been issued by WIRC, Western India Regional Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. That guide will can also be made available by CAVH Arman. The copy is available with Manmohan sir. Now, in this session, one needs to learn how to keep our data safe, secure, accessible, and also ensure that the entire data has got integrity. That, what do I mean by integrity? That means the data does not get deleted. The data does not go missing. We need to have a server that is given. Whether we take a own server or we put a cloud server is something one needs to consider. Team interaction, collaboration, and job tracking is also going to be very important, because when you were in office, you could visit everybody's seat, ask him what is the job on hand, what is the status. Now you may still be doing it with calls or multiple WhatsApp groups of office which are service area time wise you might have created, but ultimately properly tracking jobs and ensuring that each job is built is very important. Staff management, we need to schedule and track meetings, tasks, etc. And this staff needs to be, we need to see that all our staff is fully occupied, because the entire salary in any case has to be met by us. And in case we are not using some staff or we are overburdening another staff, that is going to create an imbalance. doing it when we were in office was comparatively easier. Now we need softwares to do that. I say hire. All of us, maybe most of us are not hiring as of now. But if this situation continues for long, of course, we will have to replace people. Things will get, this is going to be the new normal. And so we need to hire people, we need to train people, and we need to monitor them. Of course, manpower requirement overall will go down. Because, for example, you are doing 4 audits at a time. In a scenario, in a pre-COVID scenario, all 4 audits, you will send 1 chartered accountant, paid assistant, along with 2 or 3 trainees or 1 trainee to each client. Now, instead of sending all these, you can work with 2 chartered accountants and you can work with 3 or 4 trainees, because data will come at its own place. The idle hours which were happening at client place due to non-availability of data, due to non-timely receipt of data, will now be removed. So we will, if a staff is working on 2 audits or 3 audits simultaneously, he will have data from one of them at least to work with. And so the quantity of idle hours overall in our system is going to go down, and accordingly the manpower requirement is also going, per job is going to go down. Whereas if we need not necessarily reduce our manpower, but we can use this spare time for growth or giving additional services to our clients, or use it for study and enrichment of our practice areas. Now the task tracking and thereafter billing and also collection. Collection is going to be tough. It has already been tough. There are a lot of firms who have hardly got very, very low collections in last 3 months. But I think now collection needs to restart. For all of us to survive, we need to start talking to our clients. We need to request them for at least pre-COVID fees, or alternatively the current service fees, whatever way it works for them. Because till the time the flow becomes normal, it will be difficult for us to also prolong this process for very long. And expenses management is going to be very critical in these days. We need to ensure and see every expense on a zero-based budgeting basis, whether it is needed or we can do with something better. For example, I think I can give very clear example. Airtel upgraded the plans and also reduced the cost. So such kind of service every client expects from us. All of us need to upgrade the service quality and also generate certain savings. Client interaction and coordination is going to be critical. Reaching out to prospective clients digitally and other important matters. This is all the coverage. Now, when we start setting up our office at home, we need to ensure that we are sitting in a clean and efficient environment to improve, to ensure that full output comes. We need to have a workspace. That means a desk or a corner, preferably a table. In most places, most homes, dining tables, if not study tables, become the work tables. Take periodic breaks for meals like tea, coffee, similar to what you used to do in office. Explain the importance of non-interference during work from home from family members, because there might be tendency from other family members like kids or others to disturb you while you are working. So you need to tell them that when I'm working from home, I am at work. So the way you were taking a pause while deciding whether it is necessary to interfere and talk to me at the same moment or not, because that will improve our output. In this new environment, we need to ensure that all the documents as well as all the data, housekeeping is very important, because once we resume after a month or 2 months or whenever, or some of us have already partly resumed and we are going to office at least 3 days or 2 days a week. In that scenario, ensuring that everything is at place so that it remains accessible is going to be very, very important. To implement the softwares which are needed, one needs to ensure that this is going to be different for all firms, but I'm going to start that size of firms are different. So every firm may need, so a typical firm with 2 to 5 partners, few qualified assistants, semi-qualified paid assistant, that is the level at which I've kept my entire presentation. An application for various softwares and data servers for current data, multi-user versions of accounting softwares like Tally, and tax compliance softwares like WebTel or Computex or any other software which all of us have been using, a network accessible storage device, and a combination of desktops and laptops. In a work from home environment, one needs to ensure that whether we need to enable the current infrastructure, there is no necessity to purchase a server machine. Even the current desktop machine can become, which is in your office, can become accessible from it. Though I'll come further that why and how a proper server machine is going to be much more important. Or we shift to a virtual private server over the cloud. Passwords is going to be very important. So we need to ensure that all passwords are in place. Passwords are regularly changed. All apps do not carry same passwords. Passwords are unique. And we find a way to save passwords so that the passwords remain accessible. Important software tools. So the software tools I have taken from the WIRC reference. Collaboration tools, that means when we have to work together, Microsoft Teams, Slack. So these are all names. We'll also see how which tool is applied. Microsoft Teams, Slack, Discord, Chanty, Zoho Workspace. Microsoft Teams is very actively used by a lot of our clients. Most clients which have a complex IT environment, they are not supposed to use any other app for video conferencing except Microsoft Teams, or in some cases Skype for Business. Zoho Workplace is another tool which is very good. Now practice management software. Most of us do not have an office software for practice management, but it is very important in a work from home scenario, because you need to have a dashboard to see where what is stuck, where which task is, and how and whom to be pushed. CA dashboard or ERP CA are two good softwares. Papilio is also good, but again slightly costly. CCH iFirm to me personally was very complex. So I've seen all that, so I'm sharing with you my feedback. Ticketing tools. Ticketing tool is something which is very simple. All of us raise a complaint to our service providers, which are our telecom service providers. Similarly, we can have ticketing tools in CA office. As soon as a client sends us a task request, we can create a task. We can assign that task, and we can also update status of the task. And accordingly, in ticketing tools, once the task is complete, it can be marked complete. It can be marked build. So all that can be a way of monitoring that which are the tasks pending. Password management tools. Most of us manage passwords through the Excel files, but these are softwares which are available where you can save passwords. Project management softwares, again, this is something similar to ticketing tools, but much better. That this allows team collaborations. So for example, we use Asana in our office. So Asana is very Asana software. You can create a small team, an audit team, and any person can assign a task. The other person can complete that task on his own and update the status on Asana, saying that this I have done. This is the query. Now, picking up phone and calling everybody at every single time, the person receiving the call maybe in another video conferencing, or maybe in another meeting, or maybe doing something very technical. So when you do it on Asana or such a software, firstly, everything has got a document trail. And at the same, so this also, whatever you do in Asana, this can also be a very good basis of audit documentation. And all the other three softwares are also good. So in case people go for Zoho based solution, then of course you can pick up the Zoho Workplace, Zoho Desk, and Zoho Projects, everything from one service provider through one login. But Asana or other software is very important to ensure that all the audit tasks, supposing you want somebody, an article training to complete bank reco of a client, you want some expense to be verified, all that can be created as a task and assigned to him. And once he completes, he is writing remarks. A printout of this project management software can supplement the audit working file. I'll not say form a pure working paper, but it can act as a supplementary working paper which can be referred as a evidence. And since it carries timestamps, so it also carries the methodology and the time which was spent on the audit, that also is documented. We have VPN service providers, which are AWS, GoDaddy, Bluehost, Google, and then we have most of us may or may not have scanners at home. So mobile-based scanning apps are idle for scanning documents. For example, you signed an audit report or you signed a certificate, and you need to send to the client. If you do not have a scanner, these apps could be of use to you. Here I have listed the software where ICAI, this committee for members in practice, SMP committee for small and medium practitioners. They have done these tie-ups with these service providers. These service providers are not necessarily the best service providers, but these are service providers where we have some sort of a discount available to ICAI members. And accordingly, some of us, if they want to take benefit of any of these understandings, you can pick up them. Now, I think the most critical thing where it boils down to is whether to have a own server or whether to have a cloud server. Now, when we enable our current infrastructure from home via VPN, VPN is virtual private network, then we can access our office server. In order that teams can access the office server from their homes, we need to ensure that the server is always on. And for server to be always on and not go, technically down, either it needs to have a proper air conditioning or some sort of a ventilation, so that the temperature of the machine is kept under control. We need to install a VPN or a virtual private network to ensure that only our designated staff members enter into our server's network. We need to install a firewall, and we will have work on say 100 clients in a year. Every staff member is not concerned with information of all the clients. Out of those 100 clients, you would have done say last 10 years or 20 years of audit of a particular client. The staff member which is currently working with you, he is not concerned with working papers of last year, or maybe at best he is concerned with working papers of only the previous year, or maybe the permanent note file folder. So the permanent note file folder as well as the last year folder can be given as a read-only access to these users, and for the current year you can give a read/write both access. Now this kind of a working, that is why I said you need to have a IT administrator. Whether that administrator is not required to be qualified in IT, but he needs to just manage these folder rights, because managing folder rights is going to be a very regular job. I'll not say full-time job, but it may need 15 minutes in a day on an average. In the initial days, it may need a week fully to set up all of this. And we need to monitor the deleted files regularly. So servers normally have imaging when they are working on RAID 4, RAID 5 technologies. So we need to ensure that we keep on reviewing critical files in right folders to ensure that if somebody has by mistake or by conspiracy has deleted some data, if we are able to come to know that within 7 to 10 days of deletion, it should be possible to retrieve that data. So it is very, very important to monitor the deleted files. Alternatively, if we do not set up a own server, we can move to a cloud or a virtual private server. And how does this work? Now, when you work with a cloud, security is the biggest challenge, and shared drive is not the cloud. So cloud has to be a proper server because it has to be a bit more than shared drive. Well-planned rules for access rights are required. Robust internet connectivity is required at home. Transfer of data is initially time-consuming with the bandwidth we have, and all users need to have computer at home. The softwares that are used should work on the cloud. Now, some of the softwares which we use may or may not work on the cloud. Tally works on the cloud. Some of our tax filing softwares may or may not work. So we need to see that we need to keep softwares which work on a cloud server. Only then we'll be able to use cloud. Now, how do we protect data? The only way is install a suitable firewall even on the cloud server. So we need not assume that if we have taken a cloud or a shared or a private server from a party, the cloud is protected from firewall. One needs to clearly see the inclusions and exclusions, and also ensure that a good quality software is installed for taking care of the firewall. Because most of us, like for example, we are doing listed clients audit, so those are price sensitive information which are lying on our server, and we cannot afford that there is any leakage of that data. So moving data is going to one can use FTP softwares, file transfer protocol. It's a very simple software which will be installed. Both of these are free softwares. So you can install these softwares on your own machines. Everybody can install, and you can straight away browse your cloud on this as well as browse your own computer and select the files, and you can transfer those files to the cloud. And in case you want to copy some files from the cloud, similar way you can select the files on the cloud and copy it and bring it on your machine. Now, in case of our own server, this looks very complex, but both the things which are marked in gray are not supposed to be looked at because they are already there in your office. So these are connectivity of telephone or connectivity of the workstations which are already there in office. But if I talk of it clearly, you have an internet service provider, ISP, on the top. Thereafter, you have a router. Router means your internet service provider would have installed a modem. That is what we call a router here. Thereafter, we need to have a firewall. And we also need to have a virtual private network license or a gateway security suite. These are two popular names by which people call it, which needs to be installed along with this firewall. And then rest of our office network. It is optional for us to buy a server, as well as something known as network accessible storage device. So the server is not for storage. The server is only needed if you want to install softwares wherein multiple staff members need to work simultaneously. Because if you work on your office desktop machine, then that machine may or may not be able to take load of 5 or 7 or 10 people working simultaneously because of lower RAM and lower processing speed of the processor. So server of a suitable quality configuration which suits to the number of users need to be assessed, and accordingly a server needs to be installed in case you are going for a own server solution. Apart from this, you need to have a network accessible storage device. This is a larger version of your external hard drive. So instead of having a hard drive with a USB, you actually have some drives which you have plugged into your network itself. So it is a network accessible storage device. It is very simple. The smallest size of which network storage could be around 3 TB, and maximum size of network storage device will go is 144 TB. Now again, you may say that 144 TB may or may not be future ready. So what you need to do is, as soon as you complete maybe 120, 130 TB, you can buy another network storage, access storage device, and it is plugged in as if it is additional storage in the same device. That means those devices are only slots for keeping hard disk drives. Effectively, this will all be one. So 144 is the maximum because the 12 TB currently we have 12 TB as the highest hard disk available, and each network accessible storage, the maximum number of slots available are 12. So accordingly, 144 is the highest number, and up to 3 network accessible storage devices can be bundled into one device. So effectively around 400, 500 TB of data can be easily stored by installing these network accessible storage. Now, I have told you about the cloud as well as I have told you about the on-premise server. Now, when you talk of own on-premise server vis-a-vis the cloud, one needs to see the capital cost. These are the factors, hardware and software. So whenever you keep an in-house server, a Windows license itself is about 40-50,000 rupees. In case you go for a server license, you want to go for a normal desktop license, that also you can go. But accordingly, whenever we compromise on the software quality or the hardware quality, the performance suffers. Now you may say that what is the bare minimum expenditure with which one can start accessing the desktops in office? The expenditure is not even 20,000 rupees, because you need to buy a simple integrated firewall and VPN solution for about 10 users. And this kind of a solution is 20-25,000 rupees of capital cost. And you can straight away, as soon as you install that solution, you can start accessing your office computers sitting at home very, very conveniently, as if you are actually sitting in office. The way you browse various systems when you are sitting in office, as soon as you connect by VPN, effectively your laptop is as good as connected to the office network, and you can start using. But and whatever I'm talking in terms of setting up a server or setting up a network accessible storage device is all something which is an ideal case scenario, wherein if we have spending budgets, it is important to put those things once and for all. And once we do those capital expenditures, we'll realize how much use it is giving us. Alternatively, if you do not want to do that capital expenditure, you can go for a virtual private server. Subscription fees normally is 3,000 rupees or 2,500 rupees per user per month is the average fees from where the virtual private servers start, and it goes up till 15-20,000 rupees per user per month. So accordingly, one needs to work out on a cost benefit analysis whether I can keep a own server on full time. I was discussing with some people. They said better to have the server at home rather than office, because at home I can ensure that the AC is on. On occasions I can put it off and the area is properly ventilated. So one needs to take that call themselves. But if you have the server at a place other than your office, it is as good as a cloud server. Because what is the advantage of having the server in office? Because whenever we are working in office, that time we are working through the local area network, and we do not use the internet bandwidth for transferring data on the server whenever we are working in the office. And that is when the speed of data transfer will be very high, the convenience of working will be very high. So that is the major advantage. So as soon as you set up your server at residence or at a remote location other than the office, effectively the own server actually even loses on competition, and virtual private server becomes the real winner. Apart from the server, all of us, like I have to work with one of my colleagues, and there are a lot of things which we are habitual of doing jointly. Now, how do we do these things jointly? Pick up a phone call that person, either share your screen or share their screen or access their screen, and you can work together. Because sometimes there are things which both of you want to see the same screen and work. You can use the video conferencing softwares like we are talking on Zoom call or others, but Zoom call and others do not allow proper transfer of usage of screen control. That is why TeamViewer and AnyDesk are any day better software. TeamViewer, after a particular size of the time of the session, disconnects unless and until you take up a paid version. AnyDesk is an unlimited usage software and very popular. How do we interact with clients and staff? Emails, Outlook, business email, Gmail, others. Then video conferencing, either we can use Zoom the way we are talking today, Google Meets, WebEx by Cisco, GoToMeetings, BlueJeans, Skype, the several others. These are the more popular ones I have listed. For scheduling meetings, we need to use either Google Calendar or Outlook meeting invitation, because all of us are now digital. We do not carry a calendar. So we need to request meetings. The person needs to accept, and the Google Calendar allows you to configure your video conferencing of your choice. If you are using the Google Meet solution, that is auto configured. Zoom also has an add-on plugin which can be installed. Cisco WebEx also has a plugin. I've not used the other softwares. They should also have some plugins which Google would have permitted. And Outlook meeting invitation in any case allows all the plugins to work. Now task tracking, Excel file trackers can be an idea if it is manageable. So if you're managing a team of 2 to 5, 7 people, I think Excel file trackers are perfectly fine. But beyond that, I think we need project management softwares like Asana or Zoho, or practice management software, a full-fledged practice management software. Because without softwares managing, so if you're 50 people and you're sitting at 50 locations, it is impossible to manage in an Excel file. How do we collaborate? How do we work together?
वैभव जी,
हाँ जी सर,
कोई फाइल मैनेजमेंट, ये प्रैक्टिस मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर आपके पास है जो यूज कर रहे हैं आप, और उसको जो व्यू दिखा सकते हैं हमें, क्या व्यू है, क्या फंक्शनैलिटीज हैं उसकी?
सब प्रैक्टिस मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर का व्यू मैं इस वक्त नहीं दिखा सकता आपको। बाकी ERP CA और ये जो CA डैशबोर्ड है, दोनों के डेमो वर्जन्स दोनों के पोर्टल्स पे अवेलेबल है। आप कहेंगे मैं उसका व्यू आपको अभी दिखा भी दूंगा।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
और दोनों ही सॉफ्टवेयर्स काफी अच्छे हैं। हम लोग पर्सनली जो है Zoho यूज ज्यादा कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज बट Zoho इज नॉट कस्टमाइज्ड फॉर अ CA फर्म पर से।
ओके, सो ये कभी ICAI ने भी कोई अवेलेबल कराया है?
ICAI ने एक सिंप्लीफाई प्रैक्टिस करके एक सॉफ्टवेयर से टाई अप करा है, जो 100 यूजर्स से कम, दैट इज इंक्लूडेड इन माय प्रेजेंटेशन। अगर आप जाए तो ये लास्ट लाइन जो है इस स्लाइड की, 100 यूजर्स से नीचे के जो फर्म्स हैं उनके लिए ये सॉफ्टवेयर फ्री है, बट जितना ये फ्री है उतना ही डिफिकल्ट टू यूज है।
अच्छा,
so we tried for almost 2 months to implement this software in our office and we miserably failed. Okay. Jabki we had a full-time 2 people whose job was actually to implement this software.
Okay.
And even there were, and I'll not say that the support is less, because this Simplify practice person, they are based out of Bombay. Even when they were giving us free service, twice they came to our office and visited us and guided us. And the person actually, they did not have a local engineer, so the person in both the occasions traveled from Bombay. Okay. But still we were not very satisfied. तो इसीलिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि प्रैक्टिस मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर्स देयर आर एट लीस्ट 25-30 ऑफ देम। अभी वेबटेल ने भी लॉन्च करा है 5-6 दिन पहले प्रैक्टिस मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर। I have personally not taken a demo of the Webtel software, though I will like to see, because Webtel has some experience of understanding chartered accountants' needs, and also on the pricing side, the pricing is also seemingly workable. I'll also like to update you that ICAI, our own institute, has carved out a budget of 15 crore rupees to develop a practice management software, and they have rolled out a global tender for this development. And the specifications which are kept in the tender in terms of eligibility, in my purview, leave organizations like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HCL or the like to develop that software. And as far as I understand, ICAI may get a practice management software developed through this tender and make it available either on pay-per-use basis or free of cost, depending on how the software vendor quotes them. That I'm not very sure that how ICAI proposes to, but ICAI has definitely taken some initiative. The tender is already out, and I think the last date is 30th June to apply in the tender. Manmohan sir, anything else which I can share?
Yeah, please go on.
So collaboration, the key is to work together, and to work together, see, WhatsApp group help us, Telegram groups help us, or even some direct one-to-one messages, but they don't allow us to do screen sharing, no notes, no history. Voice call, video call हो जाती है, file sharing भी हो जाती है, but focus chatting happens through groups. So WhatsApp groups, in any case, we are very actively using. a direct tax team as a separate group, indirect tax team as a separate group, the legal team or the secretarial team as a separate group. And for audits, for each audit assignment, we create a separate group. And for messages and announcements which need to go to all the staff is also there in one group. But most of these groups we have kept as admin only post, and only key people are allowed to post in these groups, so that we avoid bulk messages and keep these channels as focused official communication channels. For collaboration with each other, Microsoft Teams is a very good software which a lot of large organizations work on. Microsoft Teams, the basic cost of taking is that one needs to buy a official Microsoft Office 365 license. With that, Microsoft Teams comes free of cost. There are two kinds of Microsoft Office licenses. One is 125 rupees per user per month. One is 665 rupees per user per month. So one needs to see the features, evaluate what we need, and accordingly go ahead with 125 or 665. Predominantly, the major thing which I could see is Microsoft Outlook is not available in 125. Microsoft Outlook is available only in the 665 rupees edition. So most of us may or may not use Outlook as a software. If we are not using Outlook, even 125 per team member, or at least the partners or the main people in the firm can buy a 665 rupees per month user, and the article trainees can be given 125 rupees per user per month. Accordingly, we can collaborate using Microsoft Teams. It allows you to have group messengers. There are a lot of features which Microsoft Teams permits. And for calling, of course, we need to use softwares like Google Meet, Zoom calls for interacting into meetings. So your audit kickoff meetings, your large meeting reviews, discussions of audit observations, all that can happen through Google Meet or Zoom meetings. That is what we have been using. We have a formal G Suite license in our office, so we use Google Meet more often. If you upgrade the G Suite license to the professional license, that means we have a basic license which is 125 rupees per user per month. There is a license which is 500 rupees per user per month. If you upgrade, then you can even record these meetings. So like this particular Zoom call is being recorded by CAVHR Munch. Even our internal our internal Google Meets can be recorded. In any case, Zoom allows you to record a meeting up to 40 minutes free of cost. So that kind of a meeting in any case one can do. But whenever we are going for recording a particular meeting, it is important for us to intimate our clients or team members that this particular meeting is being recorded for audit documentation purposes, so that the conversation is kept in a manner which can form part of the record. Now, comparison of task management tools. This task management tools is also something which is very, very important as per me. All of us have been using spreadsheets or forms or Google Sheets to track these tasks. We have general task management or project management softwares similar to Asana or others which we learned. So I think I've given a snapshot of what all we need to do. We need to access the management. As a management, we need to access it. We need to ensure that the client master is there. We need to ensure that the task is there, and how the documents are archived, how it forms part of our documentation, and can we give access to client? Can we track billing out of all these tasks? And is it available on mobile app? Because when we are at home, most of us have actually increased our hours of working. Most of us were habitual of working maybe 10 to 7 or 10 to 8. But now sometimes we are sitting till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock at night also and working, because there's no reason to get up and go home, because you're already at home, and in case you want to finish something, you sometimes end up working late. So this is where a practice management software comes to your saving, and all these tasks are also done by a practice management software. I think the last thing which I want to go for is accessing Tally. Because Tally is the basic requirement of most of us, and we need to work on Tally. So Tally has got certain ways in which one can work. If the Tally is installed in your office, that is the left side of my slide, you can either use the Tally remote access. Now, to use the Tally remote access, actually you need to open the Tally in office. The Tally needs to be opened on the desktop, and that particular data file. So, for example, if you're working on Tally of a client ABC and Company, then ABC and Company has to be open in the Tally and also connected to the server. Only then one can work on the remote access. And so we can use a remote desktop solution also. Again, remote desktop solution is free only when you are working for a limited period of time. As soon as you want to work more, you need to buy a licensed version of remote desktop. Virtual private network, we've already discussed. The cost of setting up a VPN is only 20,000 rupees capital cost, one-time cost, which works for a period of 2.5 to 3 years. Some companies have got 30 months subscription, some companies got 36 months subscription. And web browser also, Tally offers a web browser based access, which is working through the Tally website. But the web browser access do not allow you to post entries, and also not all views are available. Some reports are enabled through the web access. So in case you install Tally on a cloud server, then you can access it. So this cost of virtual private server is not Tally specific. This cost of 3,000 to 10,000 per user per month is kind of a cost of the virtual private server itself. And Tally on cloud is this solution is not offered by Tally as a company. This solution is offered by a lot of people who have sold Tally to us. Now they can offer this, but whether you want your client's data or your own firm's accounts to lie on a server of these service providers is a call which one needs to take within your firm. I personally have set up our own server in office, and we are using the virtual private network to access Tally as well as access all our things. So we have a NAS device and we have a in-office server. I will say cloud is also a very good solution and can be considered, but only if you control the cloud. If you do not control the cloud, then it can become risky on the data sharing. I have given a brief overview to the extent it was possible within this time. And I think thank you so much for a patient hearing, and I'll go back to Shri Manmohan Khemka ji for discussing the queries and observations. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Vaibhav ji. You can now stop sharing your screen and we can be on panel. There are some questions, and then I will ask my questions. Let us take questions one by one.
Ji.
We are in the there is a question from Rima Jain. We are in the process of setting up home server. The cost is much more as RDP license and Windows Server 2016 cost is too high. Please confirm, is there any other cheaper alternative to grant remote access to our team?
So you don't need a Windows server. So I'll be very frank, team size less than 25 people. You actually do not need a server effectively. You need a machine which is rugged. So buying a server is not a problem. You buy a server. A server which is 75,000 to 1 lakh rupees will serve the purpose for people who are less than 25 people in the team. And that server, the Windows which you install can be the normal Windows which you buy on a desktop license, and that is around 7,000 to 8,000 rupees. In case you go for a Windows which is server edition, it is 50,000 rupees. And I can tell you this 50,000 rupees may pinch you when you compare it to the cost of the server. But it is actually not a very heavy cost. 50,000 should be spent, in my view. Like we have got 5 servers in our office. All 5 servers we have separate Windows license because separate teams use separate servers, and they were purchased at different stages. So, but we need to have a licensed Windows to ensure that our data is safe and sound. So the cost is worth spending in case you are setting up a home server. Now, home server again is something which one needs to see. See, there is bulk data. We need to have GBs of data, which has to, and we cannot plan based on what we have seen in last 3 months. And that is why I was suggesting setting it up in office is a more viable solution, because most of the time you will be accessing it through local area network. It is only when you are accessing this server from client place or you are accessing this server from your residences, that time you are using internet connectivity. Whereas if you set up the server at home, except the promoter, chartered accountant, everybody else will always be using internet to access that server.
वरुण जी, एक पैनल हमारे पास अटेंडी है निशा सयाल अग्रवाल, उनको जरा एक बार पैनल पे कर दीजिए। वैभव जी, क्या हम एक ऐसा कॉन्फ़िगरेशन बना सकते हैं जो 10 to 25 पर्सन्स के लिए, जिसमें 3, 4, 5 पार्टनर्स एंड 10 to 25 अप्रोक्सीमेटली, जो एक नॉर्मल एसएमई प्रैक्टिसिंग फर्म का है, कि उनके लिए क्या क्या यूटिलिटी सॉफ्टवेयर है एंड व्हाट
उनके लिए सबसे बेस्ट है कि वो वर्चुअल प्राइवेट क्लाउड, ये जो क्लाउड है वर्चुअल प्राइवेट सर्वर, दैट मींस सर्वर उनका अपना हो बट एक डाटा सेंटर में। बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली अगर आप एक सर्वर सेटअप करते हैं तो उसके साथ 24 में से एटलीस्ट 18 घंटे एसी की चलने की कॉस्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के तौर पे।
तो एक हमारे को एक वो गाइडिंग टूल दे दो ना, टोटल कितना इसमें क्या क्या सॉफ्टवेयर डालने चाहिए, कितनी कॉस्टिंग होगी।
मैं बता रहा हूँ कुछ खास नहीं है। मैंने गाइडिंग टूल वैसे तो जो WIRC की वर्क फ्रॉम होम गाइड है प्लस माय प्रेजेंटेशन, मोस्ट ऑफ इट टेक्स केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग। और अदरवाइज मेरा नंबर है, जिस भी मेंबर को जो भी गाइडेंस चाहिए 24 घंटे 7 दिन फोन करे सर। हम तो, मैं तो कही आई एम अवेलेबल एट योर ऑर्डर्स। बाकी
नहीं, वो तो आपका है ही है।
अपार्ट फ्रॉम पर्सनल गाइडेंस मैं ब्रॉडली बता रहा हूँ। देखिए, ऑफिस के अंदर सर्वर सेटअप करने के लिए फायरवॉल और वर्चुअल प्राइवेट नेटवर्क के लिए VPN लाइसेंस के लिए 17,500 रुपए का चीपेस्ट सॉल्यूशन अवेलेबल है, जो आपको 30 मंथ्स का लाइसेंस देता है। और कोई भी आप अच्छे से अच्छा भी सॉल्यूशन लेंगे तो 25-30 हजार रुपए के अंदर आ जाएगा, अनलेस एंड अनटिल योर नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स आर वेरी हाई। तो जिनके नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स बढ़ेंगे ऑफ कोर्स ये लाइसेंस बढ़ जाएगा
ऑब्वियसली।
हाँ, बट नंबर ऑफ यूजर जब तक आपके अंडर 25 है, आपका काम 20-25 हजार रुपए की कॉस्ट में हो गया, मतलब आपको 1000 रुपए पर एम्प्लॉय पड़ा फॉर अ पीरियड ऑफ 2.5 years, विच इज नॉट वेरी हैवी।
एंड देयर इज नो रेकरिंग कॉस्ट।
नहीं, 2.5 साल बाद लगभग इसकी 50% कॉस्ट रेकरिंग है। बिकॉज जो VPN है ये लाइसेंस है, और जो फायरवॉल है वो हार्डवेयर है। तो फायरवॉल तो हमेशा रहती है आपके पास, बट VPN की आपको रिन्यूअल करानी पड़ती है, जो भी एक्सपायर हो जाएगी वैलिडिटी। हाँ, तो लगभग इसकी 50% रेकरिंग कॉस्ट है 2.5 साल बाद, जो बहुत मटेरियल नहीं है सर। ये जो
ऑब्वियसली,
हाँ, ये कॉस्ट बहुत मटेरियल नहीं है। और सर्वर सेटअप करने की रिक्वायरमेंट एक्चुअली अंडर 25 की फर्म में नहीं है।
अच्छा,
25 लोगों से, 25 लोगों से,
जो ये कोविड सिनेरियो चल रहा है,
हाँ,
इसमें एक क्लाउड सर्वर या कुछ सेटअप करने की रिक्वायरमेंट कुछ तो बनेगी सर।
या तो क्लाउड सर्वर कर ले, तो क्लाउड सर्वर इज नॉट वेरी कॉस्टली। आपका काम जो है, मतलब आप समझिए 1,500-2 हजार रुपए पर पर्सन पर मंथ हमें कॉस्ट ज्यादा लगती है। बट अगर हम देखें कि ऑन एन एवरेज हम जो है सपोजिंग 5,000 रुपए स्टाइपेंड देते हैं बच्चे को, और हम जो है वो 5,000 रुपए जैसे स्टाइपेंड देते हैं, इफेक्टिवली हम कन्वेंसी रिम्बर्स कर रहे होते हैं। ठीक है, आज कन्वेंस तो खर्च होनी बंद हो ही गई है। वो हम किसी भी तरीके से करें, या हम सोचे कि 2,000 रुपए महीना मेरा स्टाइपेंड बढ़ गया, मेरी कॉस्ट 7,000 रुपए हो गई 5,000 की जगह 7,000। और सैलरी जिसको मैं 50,000, 75,000, 1 लाख रुपए दे रहा हूँ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट को, या 2 लाख रुपए महीना दे रहा हूँ, उसे अगर मैंने 2,000 रुपए उस पर खर्च भी करे, और वो मेरा ही काम तो कर रहा है उस 2,000 रुपए।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो इसीलिए वर्चुअल सर्वर इज अ वेरी गुड सोल्यूशन। और आप नंबर ऑफ यूजर्स कभी भी कम और कभी भी बढ़ा सकते हो। अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय छोड़ के गया, उसकी जगह दूसरा एम्प्लॉय आया, तो अगर पहले वाले एम्प्लॉय के 6 महीने बचे थे लाइसेंस की पेड कॉस्ट के, तो वो वाले 6 महीने ये यूज कर सकता है। तो इस तरीके की बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल है। और अगर मैं 25 लोगों से कम की फर्म की बात करें जो इन हाउस सर्वर लगाना चाहती है, तो ऑफिस के अंदर एक अच्छी क्वालिटी का डेस्कटॉप 40-50 हजार रुपए में एक अच्छी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन का डेस्कटॉप आ जाता है, जो सर्वर का काम करता है। मैं स्टार्टिंग डेस्कटॉप की बात नहीं कर रहा जो 25,000 रुपए में आता है।
हाँ जी।
बट 40-50 हजार रुपए वाला डेस्कटॉप जिसके अंदर लाइसेंस्ड विंडोज हो,
हाँ जी,
और लाइसेंस्ड माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस हो, ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर, ऐसा सर्वर मैंने लगा दिया, 50,000 रुपए में आराम से लग जाता है। और 20,000 रुपए और, तो 70,000 रुपए बहुत बड़ी कॉस्ट नहीं है मेरे को अपना सर्वर शुरू करने के लिए।
राइट।
हाँ, जब मैं अगर जो रीमा जी ने सोल्यूशन कहा वो लेता हूँ तो भी कॉस्ट 1.5 लाख रुपए है, क्योंकि 1.25 लाख रुपए की मेरी मशीन आती है इंस्टेड ऑफ 50,000 रुपए। 75,000 रुपए उसकी हार्डवेयर की कॉस्ट है, 50,000 रुपए उसकी सॉफ्टवेयर की कॉस्ट है।
ठीक है। एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? आई एम नॉट फाइंडिंग एनी अदर क्वेश्चन। कुछ थे क्वेश्चन जो चले गए हैं। अगर किसी और पार्टिसिपेंट का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो हम उन क्वेश्चंस को ले सकते हैं, अदरवाइज वी विल हैव अनदर सेशन टुमारो एट
सर मिस निशा जी को अलाउ कर दिए।
हाँ, निशा जी आप कुछ बोलना चाहती हैं? निशा सुयाल अग्रवाल।
Yeah, good evening all. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay. So thank you sir and thank you Weber. I found it very nice. आपने जितने भी points बताए कि how to do things way forward and what is the new normal. I just want to add 2 or 3 more points. Number one is we need to have digital presence. क्योंकि आजकल मतलब हमने देखा है normally
निशा जी बेटर है पहले आप अपना वीडियो ऑन करेंगे तो।
सर इसमें ऑप्शन मेरे को आई डोंट थिंक कि
हाँ,
ऐसा आ रहा है ऑप्शन।
लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे आपके नीचे वीडियो ऑप्शन का ओपन है। वरुण जी आपने
सर इसमें नहीं दिख
अच्छा
रहा।
ठीक है, आप बोलिए पहले, अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस कर दीजिए एंड देन बोलिए।
चली गई।
हेलो निशा जी, आर यू देयर? चलिए ठीक है।
Madam, I have a question.
हाँ, कमिंग बैक। यस, आइए बोलिए।
Yeah. I'm Nisha Agarwal. I'm partner with Bansal & Company. We have a office in Maharani Bagh, and I am having around 12 years of experience, and I'm mainly into India's advisory. So I found this session very nice. I just want to add 2 or 3 more points. Number one is we all should understand that we should have a digital presence. बिकॉज नॉर्मली हमने अपनी सीए फर्टिनिटी में देखा है हम लोगों को ज्यादा आदत होती है लोगों से मिल के चीजें डिस्कस करने की, बताने की, लेकिन बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एबल टू डू सच थिंग्स इन दिस टाइम, और आगे भी टाइम अनसर्टेन है कि कब तक चीजें नॉर्मल होती हैं, तो वी शुड ऑल हैव डिजिटल प्रेजेंस। जैसे कि हम अपना कंपनी का लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल बनाएं, उसमें चीजें बताते रहें, अपनी चीजें डालें, ब्लॉग्स डालें, ये सब चीजें हमें करना चाहिए। सेकेंडली, क्योंकि अब हम सारी चीजें आप देखोगे इंटरनेट पे कर रहे हैं, हम सारा डेटा शेयर कर रहे हैं, तो आई थिंक व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इन आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज हम नॉन डिस्क्लोजर एग्रीमेंट साइन करवा रहे हैं हर स्टाफ से। जैसे डेटा सीक्रेसी, कंपनी की आईटी पॉलिसी बनवा रहे हैं कि जो भी डेटा, बिकॉज हो सकता है सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में ऑफिशियल ईमेल आईडी नहीं होती, टीम मेंबर्स जो हैं मे बी इंटर्न्स वो अपनी पर्सनल ईमेल आईडी यूज करते हैं, सो डेटा काफी फ्लो होता है, इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा होता है, क्लाइंट्स का होता है, सो वी ऑल शुड हैव दिस नॉन डिस्क्लोजर एग्रीमेंट और डेटा सीक्रेसी पॉलिसी व्हिच वी शुड गेट साइन फ्रॉम ऑल आवर स्टाफ मेंबर्स। देन एक ऑडिट का सॉफ्टवेयर आता है स्मार्ट ऑडिट, ये मैंने अपने एक एक्स कोलिग ने मुझे बताया है, जो अभी वी आर ऑल्सो इन डिस्कशन कि हम अपने ऑफिस में इसको एप्लीकेबल करवाएं। मैंने इसका डेमो देखा था, मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा। इस सॉफ्टवेयर में क्या होता है, अगर आपका इफ़ यू हैव अ साइज ऑफ टीम अप टू 40 मेंबर्स, तो इसकी कुछ ईयरली 3 लाख तक की कॉस्ट आती है। बहुत अच्छा सॉफ्टवेयर है, इसमें पूरा डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपका हर असाइनमेंट का हो जाता है, प्लस आपका टीम मैनेजमेंट भी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हो जाता है। आपको सब दिखता है स्क्रीन पे डैशबोर्ड में कि कौन सा टीम मेंबर आपका, उसने कितना असाइनमेंट कंप्लीट कर लिया, किस स्टेज पे है। तो मुझे ये सॉफ्टवेयर काफ़ी अच्छा लगा, विच आई थॉट आई शुड डिस्कस विद यू एज वेल। ये सिंगापुर बेस्ड है, बट वो काफ़ी अच्छी सर्विसेज एंड ऑल सब प्रोवाइड करते हैं। एक पॉइंट में थोड़ा सा मेरा डेविएशन था, आई थिंक वैभव ने बोला कि जूम में शायद जो पेड वर्जन होता है ना, उसी में रिकॉर्डिंग का ऑप्शन होता है, फ्री वाले में नहीं होता।
अच्छा, हो सकता है हम लोग क्योंकि पेड यूज कर रहे हैं तो इसीलिए मैंने वो रियलाइज नहीं
पेड में जूम का ऑप्शन, वो रिकॉर्डिंग का ऑप्शन होता है, उसमें नहीं होता। और आजकल पता नहीं काफी ये बीच में न्यूज आ रही थी ना कि जूम में डेटा लीकेजेस हैं, ये इश्यूज हैं, तो ये जितने भी इश्यूज है ना, ये जो जूम का फ्री वर्जन है उसमें है। अगर हमारे पास पेड लाइसेंस है तो हमारा पूरा नेटवर्क सिक्योर्ड है, तो हम जिसको भी इनवाइट भेजते हैं ना उसको भी कोई रिस्क नहीं होता, बिकॉज उसको वो भी जो कॉल अटेंड कर रहा है वो सिक्योर नेटवर्क पे अटेंड कर रहा है। So that's all what I want to say. Thank you, sir.
Very nice, Nisha, and just to it's really nice to have you with us today. And I am also an ex Bansal and Company, and give my gratitudes to Bansal Saab. And,
oh, very nice, sir.
So
nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's really nice to have you on this online platform.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है तो इस पे अनआंसर्ड है क्वेरीज।
हाँ, आप कीजिए, जरा लीजिए, एक दो क्वेश्चंस लीजिए और आप बने रहिए निशा, हमारे साथ बने रह सकते हैं आप।
क्वेश्चन है मिस्टर रजत कुमार का क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन वी यूज DSC without the pen drive in a remote basis? So pen drive has to be available either with one of our staff members or the client himself to use it. And in case you are the only person who knows how to use that pen drive or how to put that signature, you can take the particular person who has the pen drive, his screen on AnyDesk or TeamViewer, and accordingly use the pen drive and do the filing from their computer. Because filing वहीं से होगी जहां pen drive actually है, तो आपको वो वाली स्क्रीन AnyDesk पे अपने पास लेनी पड़ेगी और उससे काम करना पड़ेगा as far as DSC लगाने का काम है। तो DSCs नॉर्मली किसी एक स्टाफ मेंबर के पास है तो वो तो बहुत आसान है, वो खुद ही कर लेगा, उसे आप गाइड कर दोगे। तो अगर क्लाइंट के पास है और अब मंगाना या भेजना पॉसिबल नहीं है तो AnyDesk क्लाइंट को फैसिलिटेट करना पड़ेगा और अकॉर्डिंगली उसे DSC को लगा के और यूज करा जा सकता है। वी हैव वेरी सक्सेसफुली यूज्ड इट। तो बहुत सिंपल है, एक दो बार करते हैं तो आदत पड़ जाती है। सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम ये आती है कि क्लाइंट्स के सिस्टम पे जावा सेटिंग्स और जो भी हमारी ये रिमोट की सेटिंग्स है वो नहीं हुई भी होती। तो क्लाइंट के साथ एक्चुअली पहले हमारे एक जो IT सेवी टीम मेंबर हो हमारी टीम में, उसको टाइम लगाना पड़ता है कि पहले सारी सेटिंग्स हो जाए और उसके बाद हम लोगों में से कोई सीनियर आदमी बैठ के वो DSC लगा दे। तो इट इज स्लाइटली अ लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोसेस। अगर क्लाइंट के पास है, स्टाफ के पास होती है तो मोस्टली स्टाफ के कंप्यूटर में वन टाइम सेटिंग कर ली और फिर बार बार यूज कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू सो मच। आई थिंक बाकी सब क्वेरीज तो आंसर हो गए। सर कुछ कह रहे थे महेंद्र जी? कुछ
नहीं वैभव जी, एक दो क्वेरीज और हैं, उनको भी ब्रीफली आंसर कर दीजिए इफ इट कैन बी।
मैंने सर पढ़ी है, बाकी जो क्वेरीज है वो सर्वर वाली रीमा के आंसर कर दी हमने। एक क्वेरी चैट में थी विच वाज रिगार्डिंग कि आपके योर ऑफिस इज इन अ बेसमेंट एंड ऑफिस नॉर्मली रिमेन्स क्लोज्ड, सो इसीलिए उसमें ना वेंटिलेशन हो सकती है और एसी भी आप खुला नहीं छोड़ना चाहते हैं रात को। तो देखिए अल्टीमेटली फिर आप सर्वर सेटअप नहीं कर सकते हैं उस लोकेशन, और आपको इंश्योर करना पड़ेगा कि सर्वर ऐसी लोकेशन पे हो जहां या तो प्रॉपर वेंटिलेशन हो या एयर कंडीशनिंग का पॉसिबिलिटी हो, या आप अगर आपका ऑफिस बेसमेंट में और आप एसी सारे टाइम ऑन रख सकते हैं। और एसी सेम एसी ऑन नहीं रहता, नॉर्मली जितने भी सर्वर रूम्स होते हैं उसमें 2 एसी लगाए जाते हैं। एक एसी, और एसीज में आजकल टाइमर आता है जो ऑन और ऑफ का टाइमर लग जाता है। तो एक्चुअली किसी को फिजिकली जाके कुछ नहीं करना, 3 घंटे एक एसी चलेगा, उसके बाद वो ऑटोमेटिकली ऑफ हो जाएगा, दूसरा एसी 3 घंटे के लिए चालू हो जाएगा। तो इस तरीके से नॉर्मली लोग करते हैं। बट अल्टीमेटली क्या 24 घंटे एक एसी चल रहा है 365 दिन, वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कॉस्ट हम बियर कर सकते हैं एज अ वायबल बिजनेस प्रपोजिशन, ये हमें इवैल्यूएट करना है बिफोर वी सेट अप आवर रूम।
राइट सर, सो आई थिंक वी हैड टू।
सर मैं इसमें एक पॉइंट ऐड करूं जस्ट? जैसे हम अपने ऑफिस में क्या करते हैं, हमारा एक ब्रांच ऑफिस है लक्ष्मी नगर में, वहाँ पे हमारा 10 से 12 लोगों का स्टाफ है। तो हम नॉर्मली ये करते हैं, एक एडमिन का पर्सन है जो ऑफिस के पास में ही रहता है, वो डेली मॉर्निंग में ऑन कराता है सर्वर और इवनिंग में ऑफ करता है, क्योंकि हमें नहीं लगता कि जैसे होता है ना कि हमने एसी ऑन छोड़ दिया प्लस उसको वो तो पता नहीं, वो एक मन में डाउट रहता है कि पता नहीं कुछ खराब ना हो जाए, कितना चले। तो हम तो ये प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं कि मॉर्निंग में एक बंदा जाके ऑन कर देता है, इवनिंग में वो ऑफ कर लेता है।
इस तरीके की प्रैक्टिसेस कई लोग कर रहे हैं फॉलो, और इस समय में कुछ ना कुछ अल्टरनेटिव अरेंजमेंट हम लोगों को करने ही पड़ेंगे। वी हैव अनदर सेशन टुमारो, और ऋषभ सावंत सुखा, ही इज अनदर वन IT एक्सपर्ट एंड ही इज अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। वो हमारे को गाइड करेंगे हाउ वी शैल मेक आवर सोशल मीडिया प्रेजेंस and how to make our LinkedIn profile and other so many other things which may help us in building our profession as well as our क्रिएटिविटी। तो हमारे साथ बने रहिएगा। और उसके बाद सैटरडे एंड संडे सेम टाइम 8 to 9 फिर सेशन रहेगा हाउ वी शैल वर्क ऑन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड वेरी एफिशिएंटली। और उसकी जो बहुत सारी यूटिलिटीज हैं जो यूजुअली हम लोग बीइंग फॉर मोर इयर्स इन प्रैक्टिस हमने शायद उसको अपने करिकुलम के पार्ट के तौर पे नहीं सीखा है। और भी बहुत सारी यूटिलिटीज हैं वर्ड की। तो अगर हम खुद वर्ड और एक्सेल्स को यूज करना शुरू करेंगे तो बेटर। अब सेल्फ रिलायंट और सेल्फ वर्किंग वाले मोड में भी हमें आना पड़ेगा वर्क फ्रॉम होम के साथ साथ। तो ये दोनों इसको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वर्ड को बेस्ट टू बेस्ट कैसे यूटिलाइज करें उसके ऊपर सैटरडे एंड संडे को हमारे सेशन रहेंगे 8 से 9 के बीच में। तो यू कैन सर्कुलेट दैट प्रोग्राम इज ऑलरेडी विद यू कैन सर्कुलेट दैट प्रोग्राम टू अदर्स। वैभव जी हमारे साथ रहेंगे कल भी। कोई आपके क्वेश्चंस होंगे वैभव जी से पूछ सकते हैं और आगे भी रहेंगे जैसे जैसे। मैं फिर से एक रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि 20 पॉइंटर, एक 10 पॉइंटर, 20 पॉइंटर कॉन्फ़िगरेशन जब हम पहले कंप्यूटर खरीदने जाते थे तो एक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन बना लेते थे कि क्या हमारे को क्या चाहिए। तो ऐसे ही आज एक टेक्निकल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन आपने दे दिया है वैभव जी। फिर भी एक सिंप्लीफाइड जिसमें चॉइस ना लगानी पड़े, एक सिंप्लीफाइड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन हमें तो बना के दे दो कि क्या क्या ले लो और लेके खत्म करो और इम्प्लीमेंट कर लो। ऐसा कुछ एक वर्कशीट, एक वर्ड पेज बन जाए।
आई हैव अंडरस्टूड मैम। एक हाफ पेज में क्या क्या मेरी रिकमेंडेशन के हिसाब से मैं खुद चूज करके दे देता हूँ।
हाँ, वो चूज करके दे दीजिए, ये करके ले लीजिए। 10-20% कॉस्ट हेयर एंड देयर इज डजंट मेक एनी डिफरेंस। पर एक वर्केबल सॉल्यूशन उसमें हमारे को अपना टेक्निकल माइंड ना लगाना पड़े, ऐसा मिल जाए तो बहुत बढ़िया। वैभव जी ने एक बड़ी अच्छी गाइड हमारे साथ शेयर की थी जो WIRC ICAI ने की है, आई विल ट्राई। और मैं वरुण जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा उसे अपनी गूगल ड्राइव पे हम होस्ट कर दें तो वो गूगल ड्राइव
भेज रहा हूं सर।
हाँ, और ये प्रेजेंटेशन भी गूगल ड्राइव पे भी रहेगी और ये जो वीडियो है इसको दोबारा भी आप देख सकते हैं यूट्यूब चैनल पे। सभी लोग CA विचार मंच के यूट्यूब चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब करें, उस पे हमारी पुरानी वीडियोस भी हैं। और CA विचार मंच डालेंगे सर्च ऑप्शन में यूट्यूब चैनल पे तो चैनल आ जाएगा अपने आप, कोई आपको लिंक के थ्रू जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। CA विचार मंच डालने से ही चैनल का नाम आ जाए, चैनल आ जाएगा। जाएं और जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड वी विल ट्राई कि 8 to 9 ये सेशन आपको यूजफुल रहे अगले 3-4 दिन। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू महेंद्र जी। सुभाष जी हैं हमारे साथ। सुभाष जी, जस्ट टू गिव ए फॉर्मल वोट ऑफ थैंक्स।
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। बहुत ही अच्छा लगा आज का वैभव जी ने जितना भी कुछ बताया और नेहा जी ने भी और जितने पैनलिस्ट ने ऐड किया है उस सब के लिए थैंक्स है सबका, और सभी पार्टिसिपेंट का जिन्होंने इतना अच्छा सेशन इस कोविड सेशन में अटेंड करा है और अपने आपको बेनिफिट के लिए ये हमारे लिए यूजफुल है। थैंक्स टू ऑल।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू वेरी मच वैभव जी एंड वेरी गुड इवनिंग। कल सेम टाइम सेम प्लेस सेम प्लेटफॉर्म मिलते हैं दोबारा से। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू।
थैंक्स सर।
ठीक है वरुण जी, वी कैन लीव द मीटिंग।
थैंक यू।
ओके।